only delusion.
You have to have delusion, 100%. You have to be the first person that thinks that you're going to do what you're about to do. You know, regardless of what anyone else thinks, you got to believe it. So it is delusional.
You got to believe the delusion, because it's only delusional until it works.
And that's where delusion comes in, because delusion is only delusional when you don't accomplish the goal of making your delusions a reality.
Right.
That's when it's delusional.
Right. You're just enforcing your mindset.
Oh yeah, to allow those delusions to be the reality of your assessment.
For nobody else to see, but for the whole world to see. And then once the world see it, there's nothing delusional about it. Now, your delusion becomes, oh, he was a fucking genius. We didn't see it when he saw it. We didn't understand it when he did. We thought this motherfucker was crazy.
You're crazy until you're successful. Then you're a genius. People think you're too obsessed. You're a weirdo. Stop only making videos. Like, get a life. Be realistic. People will convince you you're out of your mind for wanting to do this. But then once you're successful, they're like, yo, your drive, your tenacity was great. But it's like, yeah, well, where was that back then? You know what I mean? I didn't get that when I was a small channel. And so I think you're crazy until you're successful. Then you're a genius.
What's that question?
Sure.
This is what I want people to know. The whole point of the human race and the human mind in itself is evolution. Whether it's evolution spiritually, physically.
To all the things that are happening. Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's like, it's water. It wants to move and go around stuff.
I mean, that's just the way it is. It's 24/7 in my head. I always think about it. I'm always doing. I don't do anything else. And knowing that I have that kind of mentality about it, that's what gives me confidence going in there. You know, I've already visualized what's ahead of me here. I've already visualized my hands getting wrapped and what maybe walking out to the weigh-ins, walking out to the cage. I can see everything. I can see. Of course, I visualize the belt, man. That belt is on me up 24/7. You know what I mean? I'm not going in there to shake no one's hand. I'm not going in there to be the token Irish guy. You know what I mean? Wear a paddy hat and a pot of gold. You know what I mean? Carry out a pot of gold and have a ginger beard or something. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just going out there. I'm going out there to go at people.
Improve, I had to get stronger mentally, and I had to find a way to do it, and I think my coach helped me get through that process and learn more. So for me, like when I would visualize, I visualize every single, getting up to a meet, I would visualize probably a month or so in advance, just of what could happen, what I want to happen, and what I don't want to happen. Because when it happened, I was prepared for it.
People don't stand up and protect their dreams. People are too scared of getting, spoofed in a way. And the irony of it is so many people that are creatives. Think about a creative person in school. When you picture them, you probably picture them all the way in the back of class, sketching or maybe getting beat up. And I'm the one creative. And this is the reason why I went on stage. This is the reason why I did this. Because creatives have got beat up my entire life. And there's moments where I stood up to drug dealers in Chicago and said, you can't have my publishing, come and kill me. Do whatever you're going to do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not going to stop me, because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're going to do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem.
It's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
Yeah.
Period. It's that simple.
I know who I am, and I know what I believe.
I know who I am, I know what I believe.
That's all I need to know.
And that's all I need to know. So from there, you do what you need to do.
Well, everything comes from the imagination. So the power of the mind, people don't understand. We know one thing is, I can make things happen.
I believe in meditation because I believe that human beings can get caught up, especially someone involved in a very difficult endeavor like you are.
When I start MMA, I always think I'm gonna be champion in the UFC. My future smash everybody. Soon I'm gonna get this belt.
I'm the best ever. Nobody's like me. Too slow. Guys, too slow. Too weak.
You have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, and a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what, then nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's perfect. It does.
When you talk about those sold-out arenas and you used to pretend that you were, a superstar and people were coming to see you, how far did that feel when you were driving 2 hours to go work? I mean, that must have been a different universe.
Course.
Were you still thinking about it then?
Of course, because you have to do that. You have to battle with this. This is the law of attraction. I mean, you have to, in the struggle, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happen, you visualize more good things happen, that's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I was able to, even though I was having these troubles at home, and even though I had no job, no security, you know what I mean, or whatever, didn't know what I was doing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But I still was able to feel like it was. I still was able to go into a different, just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I was basically just using my imagination. Driving a little my girlfriend's car, a little Peugeot 206, and I was driving that.
I reflect on that and almost view it like getting in your car in the morning. When you get in the car in the morning, you set the sat nav, but then you've also got to drive. You've also got to go to training.
Yeah.
If you just set the sat nav, where are you going to be?
Sitting in the car.
Sitting in the fucking
so
car.
You can sit there and make all these dreams and manifest, but you have to work.
And what happens if you just drive?
If you drive,
and with no sat nav,
you don't know where you're going. You're lost. You know what I mean? You have no direction. So for me, I felt like both of them together. When you have the vision and you're able to manifest, but then you also put the work in, magic happens, man. Magic. That's where the magic is. But a lot of people never get there. Unfortunately, a lot of people. We're blessed that we can dream.
I want to know how the race could go, how I don't want the race to go, and in a perfect world, how the race should go. Because it all goes back to preparation. If you're not preparing yourself before the meet, you're not going to get the time you deserve. So for me, I have to make sure I'm doing all the work leading up to a big meet so that I get behind the block and I don't have to think about anything else. I'm not worried about how I prepared. So I started visualizing at like 13, 14, just so everything around me was taken care of when I got to a meet, so I could be completely relaxed.
That I want to have, it's difficult to spread it out and do multiple things. It takes such a desperate, obsessive focus. You really got to focus with all of your fiber and all of your heart and all of your creativity.
I'm motivated by fear.
Fear.
Fear of what? Fear of fear. I hate being scared to do something. And I think what developed in my early days was the attitude that I started attacking things that I was scared of.
It was Franklin.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. And I'm Kanye West at age 36. So just watch the next 10 years.
What specifically are you seeing when you're visualizing?
I'm actually seeing smashing that bowler all over the field. So I actually feel that emotion in my heart, and I can feel that this is going to happen. And you tune your head or you tune your mind in a way that it's so convincing in your mind that when you're in that situation, your body just takes over because it's already registered in your mind. And when that happens, you feel like, wow, man, this is so powerful. Because if something looks difficult, and if you don't convince yourself to go out there and achieve the opposite, you're never going to be able to do it. You can't just land in a place and say, I'll see what happens. That way, your chances of succeeding become very, very low.
Am I saying the word right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the new N-word. Because nothing should be exclusive. Everyone should have an opportunity to drink from the same fountain. The idea of exclusivity is a new colored people fountain concept. And saying, we're going to overcharge sneaker culture guys to, drink at the right fountain. We have to reboot our mentality, period, of a generation. You know, it wouldn't even matter if I sold one sweatshirt, you know, as long as this interview gets done and kids hear this and know this, and someone in a position of power or someone that will be in a position of power in the future has a chance to make a difference, and that they saw that someone who was at their lowest point, grabbing at straws, expressed themselves freely and overcame it through all adversity. All adversity means that
executive producing a film and having it in cinemas, but certainly what was important to me was leaving a mark. I felt like if you're going to do something in life, you must leave a mark. Let future generations or future family members of yours look back and be able to see where they come from and who they are related to. I took my lineage very, very seriously, and I studied about the McGregor clan way back, and that gave me motivation to understand that I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing what I should be doing. I'm fighting in the modern era compared to where my family were fighting on the Scottish Highlands way back, defending against the English invaders. So that was something that was important to me always, to leave a mark and obviously have film documented. I knew what I was doing was something different. I was doing something different. I knew that, and I knew I wanted it to be documented and see where it goes from there.